If you buy one robot vacuum, then it's a bit of a gadget, but if you buy three, it becomes a system. Now, I know what you're thinking, 3 in this economy. It sounds excessive, but if you've got pets, stairs, and zero interest in spending your weekends cleaning, then the system that I'm going to show you in this video could save you 10 hours a week cleaning. It started with the G50, and this was our entry point. It was a simple vacuum-only robot. And at the time we thought, well, this is great, this will handle the whole house. But the reality, it was underwhelming. It didn't have the smart features or the suction power to manage a full home with 2 dogs treading in mud and chewing up sticks and toys. And it would sometimes struggle to find its way home, it would get stuck on loose fabric, and the bin tray would need emptying manually, sometimes every day. And we have a lot of hard floors downstairs, and this thing doesn't mop, so if the floor was stained with coffee, it wasn't going to touch it. But here's the thing, this wasn't a useless machine, it was just being used in the wrong environment. So when we upgraded it, we didn't get rid of it, we used it here in our outbuilding. It's a clean, open space, and the robot is pretty much moving in straight lines. In a simple square room with no rugs, dumb navigation is actually an advantage. You just turn it on and it cleans everywhere. There's no complex mapping needed, it just bounces around and cleans. And this taught us our first lesson, you don't always need the smartest tech. For a small footprint room or an outbuilding like this, a basic unit is absolutely fine. But for the main house, we needed something smarter. So we upgraded the main house to robot number 2, the Eufy C20. And this was a combo unit, so it had vacuum and mop. Well, was this much better? Well, sort of. It came with a cleaning base station for starters. The dust now gets extracted automatically. It has 2 spinning mop heads and these get soaked and then later cleaned at the base station. The mop system is clever, so it lifts automatically when it hits a rug, and now we are able to mop the floors and clean the rugs. The disadvantage was that we had a lot of hard floors downstairs, and this robot just soaked the mops, which would mean the water eventually would run out. There was no onboard water storage. It was definitely a step up, but we were now on a mission for an even better system. And when we eventually upgraded this one for a better robot, again we kept it, this time because of the stairs. We realised that carrying a robot up and down the stairs is a chore which creates friction. The second that you have to carry this and start managing it, you just stop using it. So this lives now permanently upstairs. The number of hours we save doing this is huge. We're easily saving 8 to 10 hours a week of manual cleaning. The bedrooms and bathrooms get vacuumed and mopped on a schedule, and we never have to think about it. It just happens. And that is the goal. You just want to let the tech get on and do the work while you get on and start living your life. So this brings us back to the main floor. This is the war zone of the house. So you've got the kitchen spills, you've got the dogs bringing in mud, and you've got a high amount of foot traffic. So we needed heavy artillery here, so enter robot number 3, the Eufy E25. This thing compared to the other 2 is a real beast. So this has 20,000 pascals of suction versus the 4,000 of the budget range robot. This has spinning rollers that actually apply pressure and scrub the floor. And you've got a constant fresh spray of water and 2 brushes, including one that physically extends into the corners. This addresses almost every issue that the first 2 robots had. It sees and recognises 200 objects like dog toys or shoes and avoids them. And it gives a much deeper clean. And the way it moves and navigates the room is so much more intelligent. So instead of us doing a 30-minute tidy up before we even clean, we just let this run and it works around any clutter. But even with all this tech, this isn't magic. Because we have 2 dogs, we mop regularly, so we have to empty the base station water on a weekly basis. So it's a system that works, but it still requires a little bit of human touch just to keep it going. However, spending less than 5 minutes a week emptying a dirty tank is much better than pushing a mop round for 90 minutes. So let's talk about the numbers for these 3 vacuums. Is this insane? Maybe. Our total setup with all 3 of these, we bought these in the sale at the time and it came to around £1,200. And that is a lot of money. But here is the reality. You could spend around about 1/3 of that money and get a similar setup with just lower budget robotic vacuum cleaners. But also think about it this way, hiring a cleaner to come in for 2 hours a week could easily cost you you around £2,000 a year. But a cleaner comes in once a week, and these can run every single day, saving us around 8 to 10 hours a week of cleaning across 3 zones. But if you have a single level apartment or a home with no outbuildings, do not do this. You don't need this system. One good robot is ample. You do not need an army. If you've got 2 floors, then 2 robots, 1 per level. And if you have 2 floors and an outbuilding, then you can get a dumber robot for the outbuilding. But just remember, 1 robot to rule them all is usually a myth for most people. And the friction of moving it around everywhere just defeats the object. So this is version 1.0 of our cleaning system. So the big question is, will we upgrade again? Almost definitely. So if you're running a multi-robot setup, or you just think I'm crazy, let me know in the comments how you manage your cleaning. And if you want more ways to automate the boring stuff, make sure to hit subscribe. And if you're about to buy your first robot vacuum, then watch this next, because at the beginning I made plenty of mistakes and this will help you avoid them. And I'll see you over there.